welcome back to another vlog. We are going on a little bit of a road trip. So, if you watched my last day in the life vlog, you saw me running around trying to get all this credentialing stuff done for my new job. I had mentioned that one of the remaining states that I have to get credentialed in requires an in-person exam for their laws and stuff. The thing about these in-person exams is you have to do it at a specific testing center. And come to find out, the closest testing centers within 100 miles of me is freaking Miami. And there's nothing wrong with Miami. It's not that. It's the fact that it takes longer to drive there and come back than to actually take the exam. That's what it is. We live about 2 counties north of Miami. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but the thing we have to explain to people is Florida is a lot bigger than you think. So for example, for my New England friends, if you are driving 45 minutes, you could be in another state by then, maybe an hour. For us, we could drive 45 minutes and we still have not left our county. Okay, so it takes 6+ hours to actually drive the length of Florida. Going to Miami is like a day trip or like a long weekend away or something. Like, you need to have a reason to go to Miami. One, it's crowded, there's a lot of people, it's expensive. Kodak and I are not the partying type, so we don't really have a reason to go all the way down to Miami. Plus, there's a lot of great restaurants and things that are a lot more convenient here around home. It's really funny because when people from New England tell me, oh yeah, I'm coming down to Florida, we should meet up, I'm like, yeah, where in Florida are you gonna be? Because I've had friends who are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in Orlando, and I'm like, that's 3 hours away. You are nowhere near where we are. Like, meeting up with friends is different when you come down here. And a lot of times, if you're from a smaller state, they don't realize how big Florida is until they get here. They're like, oh yeah, we'll be in Miami. I'm like, okay, which part of Miami? Because that makes a big difference too. You could be a couple hours away. Anyways, I am currently driving to Miami right now for this exam. Already did cardio and we lifted this morning. So y'all will be coming with me on this little mini road trip today. Alright, so I am officially done. It took a long time to find the testing center because the email only had the address for the entire campus and not which building it actually was in. So even though I got here about 15 minutes early, I was driving around trying to find parking, and then from there asking for directions. Directions were pretty far and I still had to backtrack and find my way around. So I literally found the testing center and walked through the doors at 10:59, and my test was supposed to start for 11. Thankfully, they ended up taking me at like 11:20, so I ended up having time to like run to the bathroom because it was a long drive down here and I still hadn't peed yet. And then once they brought me in, there's no cameras allowed. I had to take off my watch, turn off my phone. They actually had to see me turn off the phone, present ID, all the things, and then lock everything in a locker. Still had to wait for them to set up everything. It was open book, but not all the answers were provided in the materials I was given. So the good news is I passed. Still had to wait for them to finish checking out other people. And now I am finding my way back to my car so I can get out of here. I have not had to do an in-person exam like that, where you lock everything away and you're being watched by cameras, since I took the board exam for my physical therapy doctorate license. And that was almost 10 years ago. So this was different. I guess I got a little walking tour of this college campus. I got to see a little different part of Miami today, and the weather's pretty nice, so can't complain. A day already. Like, I haven't even been able to check my texts or like to respond to anything since like 5 o'clock this morning. Turns out around the corner is a Bahamian restaurant. So why not try that while I'm here, see how it compares to back home in the Bahamas, and then we'll take some food back home. In an unforeseen turn of events, we are not going to that restaurant. As I was walking up to the restaurant, there was a guy in a pickup who I had just seen enter the parking lot, and he was like,
"You gonna eat here?"
Yes.
There's cockroach. So right now, I just want to get off right now. Going inside the restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna eat here too. I've heard good things about it, but a cockroach, I was literally getting off right then. A cockroach was gonna get right to where you cook it.
I see.
So.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I mean, I didn't see it. Whether he's telling me the truth or not, I don't know. And he left. And I walked by and I saw mouse traps outside. I was like, all right, it is what it is. A lot of places have that. So I entered, and there's a dining room. There's maybe 3 people in that entire dining room. There's a separate takeout area that you walk by when you enter. There's no signage anywhere about please wait to be seated, nothing. So I'm kind of lost as to what I'm supposed to do. And there is one server for those 3 people. There's nobody else in the entire dining room. And she walks by, not once, 3 times. Doesn't even look at me, doesn't even say anything to me. Not one word. And I'm like, okay. I waited there for, I felt like at least 5 minutes. Like, you've seen me, because you've walked by multiple times now, and you haven't said a word. Not, hi, how are you? Not, I'll be with you in 1 second. Like, nothing. So, I left. It's unfortunate because I didn't want to try a Bahamian restaurant while I'm down here. Just kind of see how it compares to back home in Bahamas, but unfortunately, that was not going to happen today. I don't have time to explore and drive around Miami, unfortunately, because I do have to get back to work. I'm trying to find a place on the way that I can just take with me and head home in that direction. This tea spot on the way home. I'm kind of craving a tea drink. So what I got was green tea, no sugar, a little less ice, and instead of the boba, I actually like the herbal jelly better, so I added herbal jelly and some red bean. And there's not a lot of places that actually have both of those things, so I had to do a little research to find a place. Instead of the sugar, I have my own little stash of stevia to take with me on the go. So this is my tea with the herbal jelly and the red bean, a little sweet with the stevia. So this is my little treat on the way home for the rest of this long drive, and to keep me hydrated because I already drank all my water and almost finished my coffee. All right, let's head home. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. I came home from that long drive and went straight to work, catching up on stuff from being gone for most of the day. Today, I figured I'd show you my mobility routine for my low back. If you're anything like me, long car rides and some heavy leg days, my low back gets tight, and I usually don't do well with long car rides. For those of you who don't know, I got hit by a car in 2011. I was riding a bike and I was in a roundabout. A car entered, didn't see me already in there, hit my bike and sent me flying. Long story short, I fractured my tailbone and my pelvis. They're both fine. This is a long time ago. A concussion as well. The way I landed didn't matter that I had a helmet on. The impact traveled up my spine and gave me a concussion. Anyways, that aside, because of that, even though these fractures are long healed, I can't sit for that long. My pelvis starts to hurt. There's nothing I can really do about it. And it doesn't matter what kind of chair. Car rides tend to be the worst because of the vibration of the car while it's moving. Plane rides are better because I can get up and move around a little bit. Car rides, not so much. I was definitely feeling it yesterday, not just on the way there, but on the way back. Besides that, my back gets tight from sitting for a long time, so I'm gonna show you my mobility routine that I do for my low back. I usually do this about twice a week, but if like days like yesterday where it's definitely a little extra, this morning I figured I'd show you what I do for it. So it's a few different movements, really getting my back to move in all different planes of motion and really feeling for, okay, where does it feel a little extra stiff and which directions may need a little bit more gentle movement. For me, usually my back likes getting more of that extension, so I'll do more reps of that just to get it more comfortable so I can get back my full range of motion. If it feels stiff, my elbows aren't getting fully straight, then I will continue working into it till I get my full range of motion back and it feels more comfortable. But usually after I've done that routine, it takes about maybe 10 to 15 minutes, not long, and then I'm good to go. If you'd like me to go through more of a step-by-step routine of what I do for mobility, whether it's for my back or a different joint, let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining me on that long adventure to Miami yesterday. I hope you liked the video. If you do, please give it a like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!